Welcome to a new video from NodeLink Automation. Today we will be going over a Euchner system, the MGB2, which is available on TwinCAT using FSOE. The MGB, the previous version, was available on Ethernet and Profinet, but we're going to look at this TwinCAT version of this. So this is no safety recommendation. Configuration is strictly up to you. Do your own, risk assessment and to make sure what your category of safety needs to be. But this is just a video to show you how to configure this or how it has been configured in my application. So I'm going to go quickly over what needs to happen. Read this manual. What is your configuration starts with the setting up the dip switches on the MBM module, and after you do that, you should be able to scan it and see it. My configuration has 2 door locks, one of this, pretty much the same configuration, and since there's no left hand or right hand, you can flip this around, so just a plus point right there. And then obviously there's so many combinations. What is important here is to remember the number of safety bits that you need in your system. In my case, 2 bytes are sufficient. There is a FSOE data side of this, and then there's an EtherCAT general input-output based on the modules you put in. So in my case, I have an e-stop, and I'm obviously looking at the door lock. I have an MGB2 L1. The L2 configuration is a little bit different. One thing to remember is your Euchner safety bus chain follows a certain order, and as you'll see in this manual and in my TwinCAT project, they have to be followed so you have this for the system to work properly. So we're going to go over what I think is kind of more important. Download the ESI files so you can actually see it. Select your safety slot in the size in the first point. You can do diagnostic, basic, or extended, which is your preference, and then build up your system. And it's kind of shown here. If you have difficulty finding which modules you have to use, and the software ID is on each module, so you should be able to find that quite easily. The next is setting the parameterization, which I think is like usually the more challenging part of this, or where you lose some time, and the idea here with this video is to shorten that time. So how you set up these settings is going to determine how things go. So let me show you what I did. So you see here 8029 subindex 1 is set to 1. What does this mean? Well, this pretty much means in an L1 configuration, you're able to set your solenoid. In my case, it's power to unlock. So your solenoid that controls the lock mechanism to a certain state. And in my case, that is, I've decided to use pretty much bit 0. On bit 0, if I turn that to 1, I control the solenoid only through a safety bit. So obviously this table could be a little bit better. I think Euchner should split this up a little bit cleaner. So it's easier not to get confused between L1s and L2s. But that's pretty much how things are. You can obviously, uh, when somebody from the inside use the escape release gets out, configure that as well, how the behavior on the safety side should be. So let me look at my TwinCAT project. In my case, 2 door locks. Double click on the MBM, the slots. Door 1 sub slot is push buttons that are eliminated, right? And then, and for those who don't know, this is this slot right here. And then the same thing, you can configure this, at least the light of this. And it's important that these things are parameterized the right way. Otherwise, you might be like, I want to have the light turn on this, but it's somehow not working. So the parameterization is kind of what needs to happen. So let's look at the parameterization of this. So in my case, 8029, set to 1, as you can see. Why is it set to 1? Well, because we wanted the solenoid to be the only source of control, and it has to be a safety bit. So that is why this parameter is set to 1. Now, as you see, this parameter and similar 8079, which if you look at this is slot 4, and slot 4 for me is my second guy right here. So those two are set to 1. People are like, can't you do it right here? Well, you might be, but I set it right here. So and it's working. So now let's look at the MSM module. So the MSM module is the push buttons, and if you wanted them to turn the lights on and off, you have to set this. And what I pretty much did was I wanted certain lights to be on. So if you look at here, you can see push button illuminated, push button blue illuminated, push button H3 eliminated. So you got to turn on your, like the designation submodule, right? And then output, right? And then this H1 underscore B means if you want it to blink, and H1 just bits are if you want it to turn on. So in my case, I decided some of these turn on. So what does that mean? Let's go to parameterization. Look at my slots again. Here, slot 3.1, slot 3.1, right, is set to 5. So that pretty much means I'm going to have illuminated feedback that I can turn on when I want to pretty much see feedback when somebody presses that button. That pretty much shows you a basic overview. Should you have questions, please leave a comment. Obviously, you can go in here and configure your door lock very similarly, like in any safety program, and controls its behavior with door latches. Unlock request, how you treat those, standard safety logic, and if you wanted to see, you can see pretty much here your FSOE bits 1.3 and 1.7 are, for me, the ones that are coming in from the door lock side. So that's pretty much it. One more, I guess, improvement or information pretty much is right here in your in your safety data, and right now I'm not connected to my system, but you should be able to see in your list when you hit e-stop or anything else, open the door, close the door, door latch engaged, you should be seeing this turning on, and similarly your safety outputs. All right, so just go in here again, look at a TwinSafe group, and then let's see my unlock door, right? And what does that mean? Variable mapping. So I'm just trying to show you pretty much. Here is obviously unlock door is my FSOE bit.2, and what that pretty much means is what I said earlier. Based on my parameterization, if I turn this on, I'm able to unlock my door. And same thing here with my unlock door. So that's pretty much it. If there is any questions, feel free to send me a message or leave a comment. Thank you and have a good day.